Hello guys, before you turn off the video because of the sound quality, let me fix it real quick. Wow, what a difference, no background noise. What happened? Well, I just switched the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, on which you saw the intro footage, with my Fujifilm XT-5. And they are both connected to this microphone from Hohem, which you see on my collar. And apparently, when they're both connected to the 3.5mm output on the cameras, the Sony has a very nasty noise problem, which apparently is not very new. So let's dig into it. Alright, recently Sony has announced and released this ZV-E10 Mark II. It's a compact interchangeable lens camera, so it has the normal Sony E mount. If you are recommended this video, you probably saw a lot of the reviews and a lot of praise for this small little camera. It is intended for vlogging. It has articulated screen. It can record 4K log footage in 60 frames per second with 4:2 10-bit video, which is very, very nice. It has a nice integrated microphone and basically all bells and whistles that you want from a camera like this. I will not go talking about the features. You probably can watch any kind of reviews. What I want to talk about it is how Sony and Sony cameras in particular, what I noticed while researching my problem, deal with the external microphones. So talking about the microphones, I have this Hohem Mic-02. It's a very cheap microphone. I think it's about $80. For this variant, I bought the most expensive one with a charging case, 2 transmitters and a receiver. So you can see one transmitter here and receiver and transmitter you probably see on the screen in the B-roll. I bought it because it basically works with many devices and it works very well. So it can it can get into your iPhone, it can work with your MacBook. The sound quality is very, very nice. So people actually said, well, I'm very impressed for this money. You can get a microphone with a sound quality that nice. It also has a noise cancelling feature. So now it's on noise cancelling. You probably, if you heard any background noise, you do not hear it now. Now, obviously for the YouTube content, I also want to record audio. And this is a fantastic microphone set that I can plug into anything with the receiver, and the receiver has the 3.5 millimeter port into it, so you can basically, if your device have a 3.5 millimeter port, you can always integrate it with this microphone. This Sony has a 3.5 millimeter port right here, and what is also interesting is that next to the microphone, I specifically bought a Hohem tripod. Let me get it. So without getting a little bit sidetracked, I also got this Hohem tripod. It's also an amazing deal, and maybe I should make a review about it later. But basically what it allows you to do is you can put in the receiver of the Hohem microphone. It will provide power to it. You then can plug in your 3.5 millimeter cable into your camera, and it will work seamlessly with the microphone, so you can record your sound directly into your footage. And Hohem also used the previous generation, so the ZV-E10 Mark I camera in the promotional materials for the gimbal. This is Hohem MT2, and for the microphone, the Hohem Mic-01. So naturally, I thought it's a perfect combo. Everything will work together. And by the way, the gimbal works perfectly with the camera. So I can, they are connected through the Bluetooth. I can zoom with the rocker on the gimbal itself without touching the camera. It works very well with all the functions like stopping and starting the video. So I have no complaints about that. But as you probably heard, audio through 3.5mm port on this Sony camera is horrible. So now you probably get accustomed to the sound that I have on my Fujifilm X-T5 with the same setup connected. So the 3.5mm cable is connected to the receiver, and the receiver communicates with my microphone on my collar. Despite the fact that microphone has a noise cancelling, let's see how it sounds when the same microphone is connected to the Sony camera. All right, so I know that the white noise, the noise that you hear right now that is coming from the microphone to the receiver connected through the 3.5mm cable to the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II camera is quite bad. It's quite audible, but Hohem microphone actually has two functions here for noise cancelling. So let's try and see what it will sound. So this is the first mode, and you probably hear some more interference than just plain white noise, as if it's a rhythmic sound. And I don't know what causes it. I think it's again some interference with the cable that goes through the sound. Let's try to go to the next mode. So this is supposed to be high noise cancellation, but I know that you hear definitely that there is some white noise prevalent and some more interference coming from the cable or the camera. So let's go back to the clean version, and that's how the clean version sound. So naturally, when I heard it for the first time, I thought, well, this is probably a bad camera sample. Probably it is broken. And I tried to research something like this on the internet. And the surprising discovery for me was that this is not a new problem. A lot of Sony cameras have the same problem. A lot of people complain over the fact that the 3.5mm port noise with a powered microphone, because with unpowered microphone it actually works fine, but with a powered microphone it causes a lot of interference. There is a lot of white noise. On Reddit there are many posts recommending remediation of these things. There are also many YouTube videos where people offer solutions, like for example putting the this little, I think those are ferrite beads, and you can basically put them on your cable and they are supposed to block interference. And right now you should hear how the Sony camera with the 3.5 cable and Hohem microphone sounds when the ferrite beads like this are attached. So a lot of people recommend this. A lot of people have all kind of weird contraptions to try and minimize the noise. But I also feel this is not the problem of the consumer. This is, in my opinion, the problem of the manufacturer. If you include the 3.5mm port, and you know that a lot of people on the market use powered external headphones with your cameras, you kind of probably want to fix that, especially given the amount of complaints there are on the market and videos where people discussing the remediation of this problem. I figured out that's probably not the problem of this particular unit of camera. In my opinion, it seems that I will still try to get the answer from the store and maybe exchange and maybe try another version of it. But I feel that it's more like a problem of Sony and the way how they approach the construction of the camera and 3.5mm port, because Sony themselves actually sell hot shoe microphones. So the Sony hot shoe has this port on the hot shoe with a data connectors. So if you buy a hot shoe microphone from Sony that is external, that costs twice as much as this kit, then it would work fine. You can also buy a DJI Mic 2 microphone with an adapter for the Sony camera hot shoe, which will also work fine, but it then will be 5 times as expensive as this Hohem microphone. And I don't want to say that it's entirely on Sony. I actually reached out to Hohem about my problem. The support of Hohem was very nice. They tried to help me. They tried to troubleshoot the problem with me. Eventually, they checked with the technicians, and apparently Sony cameras indeed have this problem. So they recommended to get their 3.5 millimeter TRS cable, which has better shielding, so that it might eliminate this noise. But there is no remedy to this. Sony ZV-E10 Mark II also has a very nice internal microphone, the built-in variant with many parameters, but as you can probably hear from the sound quality, is not as good as having a dedicated microphone close to your mouth. Okay, so in the end, what can I say? I don't know yet what I will do with this Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. Apart for the whole microphone problems, this is a great camera. It works well with the gimbal. It makes very nice quality videos. I think it's a very good choice if you're searching for a small camera for vlogging. At the same time, if you position your camera as a vlogger's camera, you probably orient yourself on people with a little bit more of a budget taste. So you don't want to spend 300 something euros on the DJI Mic 2. You probably will use something like this, right? So it's a shame that this camera has this problem, and as researched in the internet, many more Sony cameras have the same issue. Maybe Sony thought that a lot of people will just have a normal dumb microphone that without any power, not external one, but the wire that you can hook in and talk through. Maybe that was the idea. I do think that it's a little bit of a shame that such a problem exists in 2024 with the camera that is high tech in all aspects but this. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that if anyone was thinking about buying a Sony camera with a similar setup, an external powered microphone, then this would help you to make a good choice. If anybody knows about resolution to this problem, I'm all ears. Please leave a message in the comments and tell me if you know how to fix that. And I would be happy to read it and try and perhaps report on the findings if it indeed will work. And so that was the end of my rant. I hope you enjoyed it, and then I will see you in the next video.